Today's question is perfection in art. For me, perfection in art is the killer of your confidence. It's the killer of your goals. It's the killer of your journey. This word perfection is used too much. And for me, perfection is a killer. But let's have a talk about it. Let's have a discussion about it. Over a cookie? I love when that happens. Let's have a cookie and talk about the perfection in art. You ready? So today's question was all about perfection. And it was quite a big paragraph where you were asking about, am I on a journey of perfection? And have I drawn the most perfect piece? Do I believe that I will strive to perfection? And I find it quite a difficult word to deal with. What is perfection? What is my perfection, your perfection, this guy, that girl? Everybody's vision of perfection will be different. For example, my drawing yesterday. My bat. Is it perfect? For you, is it perfect? For me, is it perfect? I love it. And I feel I would have to say, for that moment that I was drawing that image, it felt perfect. Now, if I look at it in 2 days' time, I might have a different opinion. But at that moment of conception, that piece of art feels perfect. And I feel like the only person that can judge somebody's art is the viewer. I don't feel I will ever find perfection. Maybe I will find a perfect mood, a flow. Let's start. What is the first perfect line? What is a perfect drawing line? Is that perfect? If I do that, is that perfect? Well, for me, yes. Without sounding kind of too kind of big-headed or any of that other stuff. That line is perfect for this moment. For this moment. And the lines that follow after have got to follow that mood. If they don't, then I will fall out of the mood and I will fall into a different approach, a different feeling. And sometimes that happens when you're drawing something and for some reason the drawing just loses its thread, loses its feeling. And that is when I feel I can see the difference. Now, my way of drawing and my way of approaching a drawing is probably very different to most people. And for that, I would probably say I'm very happy about it. I'm very grateful that you and I draw different, because then you will be able to show me art from your direction, from your journey, from your mood, from your feeling. Now, I find that too many artists find another artist to be perfect. And what happens from that is that you are constantly judging your work and your worth against somebody else. And I find that a lot with writers. I find that a lot with artists. And I find that why are you judging you against me? Why are you judging your hat or your scarf or your pen or the color of your ink better than mine or less than mine? Or my hat is perfect and your hat is not. I find it's ridiculous. You can only really judge your work from the mood and you are in at the moment. Now, that's why in a lot of cases I do like to draw something in one sitting, because I feel like the next time round my mood will have shifted, my mood will have changed. And I feel like if I go back to a drawing much later, I do find that I've ruined it. For the very, very simple reason. I seem to be drawing an anteater here, by the way. That if I return, I cannot capture a mood. It's like going out in a very windy day and then running back to get your kite and saying, well, tomorrow I'll take it out. And the next day, there's no wind, it's sunshine. That's the same kind of thing that's running through your body. If you're writing something down, you can only write it from that moment's point of view. It's the same way of drawing it. But at the same time, what you're writing is you. It's what I'm drawing now is whatever is running through me. I cannot sit down with my pen and decide I am going to be Shakespeare today. Because you're not. And you never will be. And I hope you never will be. I hope you will be you. In the same way that I am drawing. I don't want everybody out there who's watching these videos to draw like me. God, no. Why? But what I am hoping is that my drawing will somehow inspire you. That somehow my energy will infect you. My energy will get inside your bones and make you want to pick up a pen and draw something. Maybe you want to draw another anteater. Maybe you want to draw your anteater. Maybe you want to draw it your way. How do you see it? I haven't even looked at a picture about an anteater. So I'm drawing this very much from my mind. Very much from a memory. But I have to also say that in part of that memory is this beautiful element of kind of confusion almost. That sometimes you remember something, you know, you'll remember what the guy on the bus yesterday looked like. And you'll say, oh, he had a big red nose and what. And he had a funny hat on and he had what. And if somebody showed you a photo, you might say, oh, did he look like that? And that's the beauty of it, you know. And in the same way that I find a lot of people are writing and that will never be seen. then why are you drawing if it never gets seen? Why are you writing if it never gets seen? Are you writing for you? Are you drawing for you? Well, if you are, then whatever you do is going to be perfect. And you cannot share that moment. You cannot share that feeling. And surely that is the element of art. That's the whole point of art, is sharing what you feel. For me, 100%. And for me, I love that each line feels. I feel my energy, my body, my mind, my my feeling comes through that pen. And if you were to draw the exact same thing, even if you copied my drawing, I don't feel it would feel the same. How could it? The same way that if I drew your drawing, it would never be you. And that's what's beautiful about art. Sometimes you see a piece of art or you see a piece of writing and you just think, oh my God, that image has just shot through my whole bones, my whole feeling. And I feel so much passion from it. I feel so much love from it. I feel that has to be on my wall, you know? And I found sometimes when I go to a gallery, sometimes I find, like when we went to the Francis Bacon gallery, the exhibition of Francis Bacon. There's so many pieces in there I'd never seen before. I'd never even seen in a book before. And I felt something very powerful from getting close to his energy, his mood, his feelings. And I thought that was beautiful. It was beautiful in the way that he could release that energy and almost capture the energy. And while I would never copy his style, although I love his style, that wouldn't be me. And very, 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 very many times I see a drawing online that I think, my God, that person is incredible. But maybe it's a very childish drawing, or it's a very, very kind of classically trained piece of art. Either way, there's a connection there. And that connection is what we are trying to achieve. I don't really see, I mean, if you're doing art and you're doing it for you, fine. That's great, you know. But I feel like you're missing out on sharing it, getting that anger from people, getting that love from people. What about if you wrote something down? Maybe it's a piece of poetry, and that person read it, and it was so personal to them that they got so angry about it that they felt they had to write to you to discuss it. Surely that would be beautiful, that you had touched somebody in such a way. And that's what I feel when you write to me. You wrote to me because something I did in that drawing touched you. Something made you laugh. It made you smile. It made you feel so happy. Whatever. But it touched you. And it made you write to me. Maybe you have a love for anteaters. And I believe they have a hairy body, so Now, if I dressed like Ronald Searle, if I lived in the south of France like Ronald Searle, if I drank champagne every day like Ronald Searle, would I be Ronald Searle? No. And it's the same way that if I was to copy you, I would never be you. I could only be a version of you. So this word of perfection can only come to the viewer. It can only, is this drawing perfect? Only you can say. I cannot say. I can say that I feel it is. I can say it's perfect, but it doesn't mean that it is. Whereas somebody who's viewing it, like some of those Francis Bacon paintings that I saw, were perfect. I want it. I want it. I want it in my room so that I can sit there and eat my chocolate chip cookies and and drink my lemon tea and look at it and stare at it for hours to know how he did it. How? Where did that feeling come from? But if you are on this journey to find perfection, I don't think you will ever find it. And to be honest, if you're on a journey of discovery, if you're on a journey of learning, if you are on a journey of opening yourself up to the world, then you might show other people something perfect. But if I'm to do every drawing and see it from my point of view only, my point of view is this perfect? No, it's not perfect, because his nose is too long. His nose is too short. His eyes are too long. His eyes are too short. His body is too hairy. Whatever. I will never be happy. Because if I look at every single drawing or every single story that I write, I will find problems. Do I correct those problems? But I draw in the moment. If I draw in the moment, how can I then return to correct it? To correct it for this imaginary word of perfection. I do think that I might ruin it by adding something to a mood, a feeling. And we get it. If you're writing a novel, maybe you need to go through and edit it but for me, a lot of times, like when I'm drawing, those blobs, there you go. There you go, another big blob, 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 blob. Every single one of them makes the paper, makes the image better, because it's coming through in my feeling. And I 100% believe in that. In the same way that when you draw something and maybe you're not happy with it. Maybe there's something about that drawing that bugs you, that you're angry about. Post it. Because that piece of artwork, that anger, that mood, that stress, that whatever you are going through, love and passion at that moment, might resonate with somebody else. And that somebody else might think that horrible piece that you did is perfect. It's perfect for them. And surely part of art is the viewer. Beautiful. Now, I feel my anteater is remarkably beautiful. There's two of them. And they're sitting there. And they're enjoying their life. And they're enjoying this moment. And that's what art should be. You should be enjoying your moment. Whether you're a writer, whether you're a poet, whether you are an artist, feel the moment. Feel where you are. Feel that energy that you are building as you're doing your work. Stop thinking about perfection. Stop thinking about what the viewer will think. The viewer will think whatever the viewer wants to think, whether you like it or not. And make sure you put your name on it. That seals this moment, seals your energy. And I hope you will tell me what you feel about perfection. Since you have asked me, I would love to know what you feel about perfection. What is perfection for you? Have you achieved your perfection? Or are you one of these people that are on some kind of crazy journey to find themselves being like their idol? Your idol. Who is my idol? Like Gustav Klimt. Okay. Will I ever be a Gustav Klimt? No. Can I do a painting like his? Maybe. Maybe if I try really hard, I might, yeah. But why can't I be a KIERON Seamons? Why can't I be this? Why can't I be me? Surely, the more you find you, the closer you are to any kind of perfection. Once you control that energy that is running through you, surely you are getting closer to that word of perfection. But this journey to find perfection, I hope it never ends. I hope this journey will continue. I hope this learning will continue. And I hope that I will feel this energy forever. I hope, because in my mind, this feeling of finding perfection, on this journey to perfection, this means when I'm perfect, I need to stop. Why do I need to go on? If I'm already perfect, why do I need to continue? To be more perfect? To be better than perfect? Surely when you reach perfection, it's the end. But for today, here is an almost perfect, an almost perfect anteater. And I love it. 2 anteaters sitting in the sunshine. So tell me your feelings, your thoughts on perfection. Is pulling a cookie from under my hat perfection? Well, that's gotta be pretty close. Well, that's my drawing today. This fabulous couple of anteaters sitting in the sun. It looks like they're kind of doing their yoga or something in the sunshine. And I feel fabulous from it. And I feel the expressions in both of their faces are different. And because from that moment of drawing that, I felt this way. And when I drew this one, I felt already different. So I feel if I was to get a new piece of paper and draw this all over again, it would be different. If I got another piece of paper after that and drew another 2 anteaters again, because my mood has changed, my energy has moved, it would be different. So, like in the cover picture, if my journey for perfection has come to an end and I feel perfect, maybe I should just put my pen down, lay under my desk in my big green coat, my big green fur coat and my top hat, and finish. I would love to get your comments on today's video and today's drawing and today's discussion. The question of perfection from some lovely viewer. But thank you very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your time. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that button. It's very important to me. So, thank you very much, and I'll see you back here again very soon. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.